it's me, Jamie Rock, coming at you another What Bothers Me. Today, I'm talking about, have you ever been in a situation where you don't completely feel like you belong, or you don't completely feel like, I don't know, that like you stick out in a way, like that it's just it's not really like you're seen. I had to deal with that situation recently, and I feel like it's something that maybe teens as a community can relate to, because teens are constantly like questioning and they're really self-conscious and stuff like that. So I feel like, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So recently I had to go to a friend of a friend's party. I don't really know the person, but now I'm 19, gonna be 20 years old. This girl who's the party was for, she's only 15. Now, that's not that much of an age gap, but at the same time, you could, like, when me and all of her other friends, or the people that she, like, invited were there, like, you could see, like, not tension in the air, but you could see the, like, difference in a way. Like, you could feel that, like, you could be just scanning the room, right? And it's a bunch of 15-year-olds. Hey, me, 15-year-olds. Like, you could just know, hey, there's Jeanette. Like, you could just, pick me out like a sore thumb out of all these children, all these kids, And I feel like I didn't know what to do. My mom was there with me, which kind of helped. But it didn't help that we didn't really know anybody. It didn't help that I couldn't really relate to anybody, because it was friends and family of this girl. Now, the girl didn't know about this party. This was a surprise party. So she didn't know who was going to be invited. But, so that's not her fault that, I guess that we weren't introduced to those people. But, her being 15, just starting high school, because when you're 14 or 15, you're like in your freshman year of high school. Me already have graduated high school. I feel like not only mentally, like, having learned what she's going to learn, but just experience-wise, I felt like so much older than they are, even though it's only a 4 or 5 year difference. It felt like there was, that, like, you could feel, like, a real tension or whatever. And it just made me feel uncomfortable, because we had to help the mother and the friends set up for the party with decorations and stuff, which that has nothing to do with the situation. I was glad to help with that. I was glad to help set up and whatever. But I said to my mom, no offense, I'm glad that we helped her set up, but we had no place staying for the invitation, because we just did not fit in there. We didn't know anybody, they didn't know us, and I couldn't really, like, relate to these kids, and I couldn't really relate to, and it didn't help that nothing was going on at this party. Nothing was really happening. Like, they had a slight band and a DJ. Both were terrible. They didn't really, like, get the kids, like, up and moving like how the mom really wanted. And I warned her that was going to happen. And, because kids, again, are self-conscious. They're not going to want to dance in front of a bunch of adults that they don't know. But, whatever. So, I mean, I just, like, I don't know what to do in a situation or what to advise to people when you're in a situation when you feel like you clearly stand out of the crowd. Like, I don't know what to, like, advise to those people, like, how to make it better, or, like, if you don't have, like, the heart to, like, do what we did and fake ditch, like, we faked that we had to do something else to leave after, the party was only an hour. We were only an hour in and we left. So if you don't have the heart to, like, tell that other person that this situation isn't for you, I don't know how to, like, make it better for yourself. I don't know what to do to, like, make yourself comfortable. Like, you could try, I guess, maybe, you know, there's always those people when you're in a situation, like, say if you're going to the club and your friend really wanted to go more than you did, but she dragged you along anyway. There's always those people that, like, stay in the corner or on the couches who don't, like, dance and drink and party. They just kind of sit on the sidelines and do nothing. Maybe, like, try to start conversations with people who, like, understand your situation of, like, I really don't want to be here, but I was forced to. So maybe you can, like, have a good time without being dragged into somebody else's situation. But, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I've never experienced that situation, but I'm just saying I feel like I've always seen those stereotypes in movies or TV shows. So maybe try? I don't know, because I'm not that exciting of a person. I don't go night clubbing or anything like that. So, and obviously I'm too young to go night clubbing anyway, even if I wanted to, which I don't. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I just don't, you know, I don't know, like, uncomfortable situations, like, obviously, I don't know what you could do to try to, like, avoid situations that, like, are just not your scene. Like, I mean, again, I don't know. Like, do you have any advice? I'm running out of stuff to say.
Unfortunately, sometimes life puts you in these situations.
Maybe just roll with the punches. Yeah, like,
sometimes you gotta grin and bear it, especially if it's something that's family oriented or a close friend.
There's something in those situations, though. You might start off with not being that type of person, whatever the situation is, but then after that one experience, you might be doing it all the time. You know? Like, there's people that I know who, like, not that this has anything to do with uncomfortable situation, people who get tattoos, like, they're afraid of needles, they were afraid to do it, and then once they did it, they're like, oh, it was so awesome, I'm gonna get another one, and then you see them in a few months, and then they're just loaded with them. So, you know, maybe try to, I don't know, try to see that other person's point of view, and if you're the friend dragging that person who's not into the situation, and you know it's not their scene, like, try to sympathize. Like, if obviously, I feel like it's horrible of you to force them to have a good time, A, but B, have a good time and just expect them to do it too, and just, if it's not, like, I'm the type of person, if my friend isn't having fun, I'm not gonna have fun, usually, because you want to have fun with your friends. It's not, like, what's the point of, like, oh, let's go out and have fun, and then you just run off and do stuff on your own and leave your poor friend defenseless, you know, in a situation that he or she is not comfortable with. Like, the least you could do is stay by their side and at least help them feel comfortable and integrate them into the situation, because then they would feel the slightest better. You know, that's all I'm saying. But, you know, introduce them to people, and that way it won't be as awkward. At least, you know, you have somebody to talk to or just grin and bear at the situation with. But that's pretty much it. That wraps up this video. If you have any suggestions, write down in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!